And hello, movie lovers and Penguin fans alike. This is our episode 6 review of The Penguin. This is Gold Summit. And I also have my good friend and co host, Rossie, with me. We're going to be breaking this thing down. I can't wait to dive into The Penguin. And her and I are both big fans of The Penguin, and we love what they're doing with the show. So, without further ado, let's go on ahead. Let's. And hey,
What's up,
Rossie.
John?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How have you been? Sorry. Long day, guys. Long day.
It's okay. It's okay. I've been
Sorry.
doing good. I've been doing real good. It's good to have you on here talking about The Penguin. I know we've been trying to do this for a little bit, and I'm
Yeah,
glad that we're actually having a chance to actually talk about it. But
absolutely.
but I just want your initial thoughts on what you think of the season so far, and then we'll go into the season episode 6.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this series. I thought that it was going to be like what we normally see with the penguin, the comic book penguin. So I'm thinking at some point he's going to like his face is going to be like, powdered white or, just I'm thinking
Right.
that, from the Batman series. But wow, I was just so pleasantly surprised. And what really got me is the fact that Colin Farrell. Oh my gosh, what an amazing job. You can't even see him in this character.
No, he
Like
disappears.
I was blown away. And for me, I tend to like look at him and look in his eyes to try to see where I see him at. And he did such a fantastic job as the penguin. And I love this take of this real man, this not this, cartoon character, this man with this life. And it's just brilliant. And then all the characters that make up this series is absolutely amazing. Like I love this series. I
The
absolutely do.
writing is fantastic. I love
The
the
writing
writing.
is amazing, and Sophia is dope as hell. Like
Hmm.
you want to hate her, but I love her. I love
I
her,
love
and
Sophia so
oh
much.
my
Like,
gosh, last episode, not this past Sunday, the Sunday before, wasn't that? Yeah, the way she took out the family, just I mean, amazing.
genius. Yeah.
It was absolutely genius. Yes, so I'm absolutely in love. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you.
But yeah, Joanne
Yes.
says that she loves her Halloween costume. In case anybody, our listeners, are wondering, she's actually a fallen angel for Halloween.
Yes.
This is also part of her episode that she's doing for a video game segment right after this show.
Right.
But yeah, you're absolutely right, though. It is just mind blowing of
Yeah.
how electrifying and horrifying Sophie is whenever she
Right.
needs to do something. And I love how she
Yes.
takes care of the family. I love how
Oh
she
my.
goes on ahead, kills off the family, and
Right.
then she ends up getting Johnny Vitti to help her, and
Yes.
she gets him right whenever she needs him, and then she knows that he's going to backstab her later on anyways, because that's like
Right.
the last remaining family member. So
Right.
what better way to do that than ex-nene the last family member
Right.
of your father, and now it's going into the new family, the new
Right.
traditions, the new ways of doing things, and also to having the Maroni family now, the leader
Right.
Salvatore Maroni joining them.
Absolutely. I
But
thought that was that. I mean, that scene where they're all at the table and she's bringing together the new family, and he's sitting there saying this is not going to work, whatever. She X's him out, and the way she does it, and everyone, all the men around the table are just like they're shocked by that. But I love how she takes control of the situation. She's not afraid. Her family backstabbed her by they did her dirty by locking
yeah,
her up, making her that person, the serial killer. And she wasn't that, but she's just dope. In that scene, her as the mob boss, the mob woman now, running a family. Just like I said, the writing is just
genius.
brilliant. It really is. I mean, it makes you want more. I wanted to binge it out. Like I wish it was just all uploaded at once so I can just sit and watch it. Yeah,
But I'm glad it isn't, because it savors the flavor to speculate and have that water cooler
true,
conversation, which is why I love weekly shows like this, to
true,
where I can
true.
speculate and not know everything that's going on. And it's also
Right,
easy for us to be able to dissect stuff and take some stuff in very easily. So that's what I
right.
love about weekly shows versus binging. But yeah,
I get
I
that.
would actually binge this. as
Oh my
well.
gosh. Yeah, I want
But
it to. It's like, it's so hard to wait for the next episode to come out a week later. Like, because once it goes off, it's like, damn it, I want to like, oh, and the way the episode leaves you, when it's over with, it's like you just sit back and like, wow, wow. I mean, again, amazing job. Writers did great. The
yes,
actors
they
are
did.
also just, it's so
Fantastic.
realistic. It's so real.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to go into the fact that Oz has managed to grow his empire
Yes.
significantly,
Yes.
reproducing and distributing the bliss in the underground trolley. Sophia and the Maronis kill several bliss dealers as a warning, leading Oz to decide to give away bliss for free to raise
Right.
demand across all other gang territories. So what I like is I like how it starts off with Oz talking as if we're the audience, as if we're working for him.
Right.
And I like how Victor is actually on his motorcycle. He comes back over to where the trolley is,
Right.
and he's telling everybody, "Hey, it's construction. If any of your wives ask, it's construction."
Right.
And so then goes, and so now they're trying to figure out ways to actually control the whole entire streets and also
Yeah.
get the triads on their side and all these other gangs on their side to
Right.
get the drug. And I really love how smart Oz is, even though
Yes.
he's clumsy at some areas, but still overall he's
Yes.
doing really good.
No, yeah, the way that they, showed when they go into the tunnels and he looks around and he's able to see what that can become. And then, you see how fast he got everything going, in a span of time, and the genius of it all. But, he stole those drugs, made it work for him, and then getting all the other families together so that he can have that alliance because he knows that Sophia is coming for him. He knows that that's happening. So, I didn't know. I didn't know if the triads were going to go for it at first. I
Me
thought that
too.
they would, be like, no, we're not in, because Oswald is not someone you want to trust. He's backstabbed damn near everyone he's worked with, So you understand them being hesitant, but he has a good thing going, and I love the way he sat and told them, listen, I've done this, I've done that. I get that you guys don't trust me, but I'm going to make us all rich. We're going to take back, the city is going to be ours, and I want you all in on it, over a can of beer and a toast. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
At first
like
I
a
thought he
handshake.
might have is it just me? I thought he might have actually done something to the beer. Because I'm
I
like,
did
no,
too.
because I thought maybe he did something with it, but I'm like, no, that wouldn't make sense because Oz needs them, so he wouldn't whack them with a can of beer or
Right.
anything. So, but you're right though. I definitely love how how he's really smart with this. He's like, we're going
Yes.
to be united. We're going to be stronger
Right.
than we ever been before
Right.
because of this. And people are going to be, and you know what? It's kind of like 8 Mile, right? With Eminem. He's like, I know what everybody has to say about me.
Right.
Yes, I did backstab Sophia. Yes, I
Right.
did take her drug. Yes, I
Yes.
am a narcissistic asshole. Yes,
Right.
I am all that. If you want to, pull a bullet in me right now. Put a
Right.
bullet in me right now. He goes, but there's more. And I like how he says, you know what? There's someone else that you might want to kill. Yours truly. And as he's speaking, he goes, but that you guys listening to me right now tells me that you guys don't want to kill me because you
Right.
want to
Exactly.
hear what I have to say. I like how
Exactly.
the leader of the triad is like, oh, and he actually mentions it, and he goes, "Yeah, I did that." He owns up to it, knowing that
He
he's
owned
gonna
up to everything he did. And
right.
going back to the beer, like when he, has the guy, grab me a beer. Knowing him, I'm thinking the beer is rigged. He's about to
Me
blow all
too.
these people up. Like, what is he going to do? So
I
you're
thought he
waiting
poisoned
to
it.
see, is this a trap? Did he, that he get them all together to kill all of them? And even though it doesn't make sense with Oz, you just don't know what you're going to get. And then when you see that, okay, he's cracking a beer, it's nothing. This is like he's letting them know, I've done A, B, C, and D, and I confess to it. But I do want to hit on another part when we have
Yeah.
Sophia, when her and I forget,
Salvatore Maroni.
yes, Maroney go to where Oz used to live. And I'm thinking, okay, Oz is smart enough to not leave anything behind. And the fact that they think his mother's dead, he did a really good job at no one knowing that she's alive. So when they
Right.
go in there, you're kind of like, you know, thinking, butterflies in his stomach for me. 'Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't let them. Could you, really quick, you're pulling for Oz, guys. You're pulling for the bad guy. You want him to win. You want him to take over the city. So I'm hoping don't let them find anything. And then when she finds the picture of, the woman he's involved with, I'm like, oh my God, that woman's gone.
And the
She's gone.
underwear. And
The underwear, and then the picture, which, yours truly, so
right.
you found someone that he truly cares about. And then I'm thinking, okay, this is how this woman is going to leave. Because from the beginning of this series, when they introduce Oz's girlfriend, you do, at least for me, I'm like, I know she's not going to be around long because, it's something's going to happen to her because she's too close to Oz. So
Right.
when Sofia goes over there, for me, I'm like, she's absolutely, she's goner.
Right.
She's a
Right.
goner.
And you see, another thing that I like too is when Salvatore is looking through stuff, and so is Sophia. She's like,
Right.
and he turns on the fireplace. She goes, "Yeah, I know about that." So shamefully, but I also like how he goes, "He left me with fucking nothing, absolutely nothing
Yes.
to show for it."
Right.
And he goes, and he's like, he has no family, he has nobody.
Right.
We don't have anything for leverage. This pisses him off even more.
Right.
We know that this guy has nothing that they can threaten him with, which
Yeah,
Oz is smart enough not to even say anything about his mother, other than Sophia thinking that she's dead. Because Oz said that she died. So that was smart on Oz's part not to actually. It's kind of like saying, "Oh, you're my coworker, but I'm not going to go ahead tell my coworkers everything about my life.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they'll come back on me." That's exactly what he did. But I loved how he handled that. And then Sophia's like, here's a 9-iron. Go ham on it.
Oh, that's right. When you practice your swing. And she goes in a room, and that's when she finds the drawer with the woman stuff, and then realizes that, oh, he does care about someone. But I get where he's coming from, because I mean, Oz took everyone away from him. His wife, you saw how close their relationship was. He absolutely loved his wife, his kids. I mean, he would, besides being a mob boss, he's a family man,
Exactly.
And so to know that someone took the most valuable people in your life and you can't do nothing about it. There's no one that he has that you know of that you can get back at Oz for, for getting rid of your family, other than,
Other than Vic. But another thing that I want to talk about too is, because I'm geeked out over this too, but okay, this is another thing for me, is like whenever you see Salvatore and you see Sophia getting along in the kitchen, and also too, she's also sleeping with the psychiatrist though too, that she had, the doctor that she has.
Right.
And she's tied him up, showing female dominance over him, showing that she's in control of the whole entire thing. He has no control here. So it's about how before he used to have control. Now it's the tables have turned, and now she has control over him and over this whole entire family. But I like how Sophia and Salvatore are breaking bread together as like a father and daughter kind of thing. And he's like, look, it's going to be bad if the triads are going to be teaming up with Oz here.
Right.
Because otherwise we're going to be SOL. And she's like, they can't do anything because they made the deal with me. But at the same time, you don't have a product.
Exactly. Oz has your product. And what you don't know is that Oz has the triads now. And excited to find out how that's going to go down. But yeah, the relationship between Salvador and Sophia, them sitting at the table, and when she brings out, he's cooking the food of, the recipe that she gave from her family. And she's like, don't use those bowls, use these bowls, the nice bowls. And they're sitting there, and, one thing about her, you see the scars that's on her, the scars that the torture that she went through when she was, locked up, and him seeing that and knowing that those two are going to pair together, all hell is going to break out, because Salvador's not to be played with, and he's angrier than ever. And then Sophia, she's pissed because, he left her, Oz left her, when the Salvador's wife caught up with them, left her there with Vic. She's already pissed off because Oz knew the reason why she was locked up, and she blames him for not helping her. So they both have this vendetta, and we know how Sophia gets down. So I'm curious to find out how that's going to go, and seeing the end of the episode, just I'm afraid for Oswald's mom. I'm afraid for Vic.
Dude,
How is that going to go, right?
right. But but also too, I like how. Let me talk about Vic for a second here, especially what he
Yeah.
does to Squid as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And there's a quote that this actually is very timely because I'm watching Tulsa King season 2 with
Okay.
Tyson. Something happens with Tyson's father, and he wants to go ahead and make a move. Right? Everybody's telling him, "Don't make a move. Don't do this." And then you have Stallone on the phone with him. He goes, "Look, man, do not
Mm,
do this. You're gonna lose
right.
your innocence in what you're gonna do. You're gonna lose a piece of you if you
Right.
do this." And now that's what happened to Victor. Now I feel like there's a little piece of Victor that's now gone to
Yes.
the point where he's now jaded into this thing now.
You know,
And
I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen at some point. He was going to have to do that at some point, you know. But when he did, first of all, I can't stand Squid, and you know,
neither.
he doesn't realize you don't know who you're talking to, and you don't know the people that Vic has behind him. And Vic is still that same kid. You know what I mean? Like he's running in the big leagues, but still he still has that innocence where he's intimidated by Squid, and you know what I mean? How he was treated. So when he was demanding that Vic take him back to his boss, I'm like, okay, this is a time where you're going to have to take care of this, you know, Vic. I didn't know that that would happen. He'd get rid of Squid like that. But when he did, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And he runs off. Yeah, dude, the disappointment in him, he'll never be the same. I mean, and like, you know, Oswald, you know, when he, you know, grabbed him and hugged him and said, you know, it gets easier after time, you know. Yeah, it's I knew it was gonna happen with Vic, but I didn't know how soon.
Me too.
You
I thought
know,
he
I
would
thought
actually
maybe he'd
kill
get
some.
around it.
Well, I thought he would actually kill someone related to his Sophia's men or somewhere around that
Right.
area.
Yes,
But this
yes.
just shows the loyalty that he has to Oz, and which
Right,
actually makes him climb the rankings up a little bit more on Oz's side
right.
now, other than being a driver and everything.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Um, but yeah, you're absolutely right about the other scene though too in the apartment because
Yeah.
Sophia winds up finding
Uh,
Oz's mom.
right,
She also finds Vic,
right.
and and at that point they already cut the power on because remember the power was being
Yes.
fed through all the rich people's neighborhoods and not through the
Right.
poor neighborhoods. And so he also had to threaten the politician to actually
Yes.
turn the thing on for his own mother. And
Right.
and
She's
and Vic is like, "Hey, he did this for you." Because all that
right.
time
Yeah.
his mom's very manipulative and also
Yes, she
too
is.
narcissistic as well as what Oz is too.
Right.
So we have two narcissistic characters that are related to each other,
Yep.
but he's just trying to earn the respect of his mother, and what better way to do that than turning on the electricity because she doesn't feel like that she's at home. She feels like she's somewhere else in Dungy to
Well,
where
yeah,
she's
because
not
that's where
herself.
she came
Right,
from. You know, she
right.
worked to get her kids out of that situation and living like that. And then to go have to hide out like that, you know how she is with Oz, you know, you're nothing. You're because she expects for him to take care of her and give her the best of everything, you know, and he struggles with that, but also trying to keep his mother safe. So, you know, Sophia finding out, you know, through Oz's ex, you know, or the
Yep.
woman that he really cares for, her telling Sophia where she can find Oz because obviously she's hurt because of the fact that Oz lied to her. And she knows he's a manipulator. She knows that he lies, but about her girls, he knew who did that to her girls. And Sophia kind of, you know, threw in some things in there as well. But finding out where Oz is and the way that Sophia was standing in that doorway watching, you know, Vic and the mom dance because lights have come on, her music is on, and just the way she's standing there with that crowbar in her hand and just looking at Oz's mom and Vic, like I just and it goes off, of course, guys. But what do you think? Do you think she's gonna kill him
Okay, so I
or
predicted
kill
this
her?
I predicted this last episode that either Vic or the mother's gonna die. I
Yes.
didn't know that they were gonna be in the same room together, but so now it's
Right.
kind of like Negan from The Walking Dead. Which one do I kill and which one do I
Right.
let live? In a
Yes. Yes.
situation
Yes.
of like, okay, if I kill his mother, there's more of an impact. But if
Right.
I leave Vic to his dismay, he'll go on ahead and say that Sophia was there and he's just a messenger that's
Right.
left behind. So it's like, which one does he care about the most? And which one is the most impactful for him?
His
So to where
mother,
he
of
can, she
course.
can, right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And, to see how crazy Oz is going to go when, if that does happen, I think we're going to see a whole nother side of the Penguin that we haven't seen. You know what I mean? Like we've seen him upset, but you know, not like that. Okay. So man, the cliffhanger.
That
And the
cliffhanger is
cliffhanger is
something.
so great. It's so great. And I'm just like, and I don't want anything to happen to Vic or the mom, and I'm hoping that Sophia just, tell me where Oz is and I'll let you guys alone. But of course we know she doesn't deal like that. That's not her. And I don't believe there's any way that the writers are going to let her have a, softened heart because it's his mom. No,
Well,
she did that with the girlfriend. She didn't kill
right.
her. Yeah.
Because, okay, let's talk about the girlfriend situation,
Yes,
then we'll jump back over to this because I really wanted
absolutely.
to talk about that. But I like how she goes into Eve's apartment
Yes.
and she just, oh, so this is what he likes, huh? And
Right.
looks at the wigs, looking at all the
Yeah.
costumes, and
Yeah.
then and she kind of respects her in a way, It's
Yeah.
like,
I got that too.
and I like how she says, "Oh, so you tell people what they want to hear. What did you tell them? Oh, you're destined for destiny or greatness."
Right.
And he eats it up, huh? So I like that whole entire dynamic of she's also playing a power card with Oz though too, a woman
Yes.
over a man,
Yes.
messing with his head.
Yes.
Just as Sophia also messes with people's heads too.
Yes. And
So
Sophia,
yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go on ahead.
Oh, and Sophia, when they finally sit down and face each other, I think, when Sophia realized that this woman knows nothing about what actually happened to her girls, she's
Right.
also left in the dark. I think that's why Sophia let her live, was because you were duped as well. Just like I was duped, you were duped. You didn't even know that Oz knew that my father was involved in getting rid of your girls. And it's made very clear in the beginning of the season how Eve feels about her girls and how they protect Eve, but Eve really protects her girls. So I think at that point, I don't think she did it to save her life. Eve did that to save her life. I think that she told because he knew how important and how much I love these girls and the things these girls have done for him to protect him. And this
Mhm.
whole time he knew.
Well, I think also too is about the fact that Eve cares about these girls. That's all she
Yes,
cares about, and she
yes,
doesn't want anything to happen to them. So
yes,
therefore, I also like how she also makes them go on ahead and get Sophia to bring her up to the apartment, which is actually
yeah,
smart, which is
yeah,
perfect. And then there's also a quote that Eve also said, where Sophia says to Eve, she goes, I respect the women that you have here and the love that
yeah,
you have here. That's
right.
something that I'm never going to have. And
Yes,
she knows it. She
yeah,
knows that the men are not going to take her seriously.
right.
And I've said
Yeah,
that from day one, that the men are not going to take her seriously unless she does something drastic to actually prove her
yes.
point.
And
And that's what she did.
yes, she did.
But she even still believes that she's not going to have that love and respect still.
Right. Not what Eve has. And mentioning to Eve, like you said, basically, your girls didn't even want to give you up. Like they care for you, and yeah, so I agree. I don't want to go back to that. But yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Right. Let me think here. And then also too, I like how they're also using the tunnels as a way to actually lose them. Because remember at the very beginning, Vic is like, yeah, I think I seen Salvatore and Sophia's men up
Right,
there.
right,
And he goes, well, you followed? No, I wasn't followed or anything.
right.
And I loved how the tunnels is such a big character in this thing about how everything is done. And it's
Yeah,
very smart.
they can go anywhere. They can go anywhere and get away quickly. Like Sophia was mentioning, like, they're saying like they disappear, like they just fell off the face of the earth basically because they're in those tunnels. And so yeah, the tunnels has a life of its own. and the fact that they can get around, but the base of operation is in those tunnels. That was brilliant
Right.
that Oz saw that and realized this tunnel is a huge commodity. Like, we could do so much here and no one will even know.
Exactly.
Very
And
smart.
then
He's very smart.
he is. It's just that sometimes his planning doesn't go to according to
Absolutely.
plan. He has to go with
Yes.
like a plan C to cover up for plan A and B
Yes.
and wing it sometimes.
Right. And
Yeah.
I like that about that character. It humanizes him. It doesn't make him this guy where everything goes right. I like the fact that he has this
Yeah.
clumsiness about him, or he plans something but it doesn't go right, but he has, like you said, A, B, C, and D to fall back on. Yeah, and
Right.
you get used to that at this point watching the series, because you're like, what is he going to F up again? You know what I
Right.
mean? What is he going to do again? Please cover your bases. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I love about him. I like the fact that he's not perfect. This is like
Yes.
everybody's like, well, Robert Pattinson's Batman is like a year one Batman. If you think about it, the Penguin is kind of like a year one Penguin as a
Right.
viewer that's watching
Yes.
his clumsiness and watching his rise to where he is on the streets.
Right.
So that's how I'm looking at it, as like a year one Penguin
Right.
fighting to actually gain control over the city of Gotham, does to know the crime lord that he is now,
Right.
that he's going to be. But there's also that other part too where he ends up telling Victor, because this is actually the part where Victor wipes the blood off his shoe
Right.
and he tells Victor, "Hey, look, I don't know how much more I can do for my mom." And even
Right.
his own mama is wanting to put a bullet in her head or something.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't know how much more I can take between the Parkinson's disease and then the Alzheimer's and
Right.
then something else on top of it and stuff."
Yeah. Yeah. His mom, I mean, she's a hindrance, and I love the way he loves her, but she's a hindrance. That's a lot to be concerned with while he's out there trying to become king of the city, and dodge bullets and this person and that person. And then he has to go and make sure that the mom's okay, make sure that no one knows who she is or where she is or the fact that she's even alive. So, and then giving Vic that responsibility is huge, because he knows if he messes up with the mom, he's a goner. So,
Exactly.
and he's been walking on eggshells since episode 1, pertaining to Oswald. But I do
Yes.
love the fact that you watch the relationship. It's like a father son, kind of with Oz and Vic, because Vic, obviously we know he lost his family. He has no one. The girl that he had, moved away. I thought he would leave with her, but
Me too.
he didn't. So all he has is Oswald.
Yeah, that's all he has. He just
You
has
know,
Oz.
that's it.
And at first I was like, does Oz generally care about Vic at all?
Um,
Or is it manipulation? Because remember that one scene where he goes, "Well, kid, you could have left at any time." I'm like, "No, he
yeah,
couldn't."
right, right,
I'm
right,
like, "You're gaslighting him." And then
right.
now he's all the way in it because I think he has stalker syndrome, if I'm not, because of the way, because before he's like, "Oh, I want to leave," but he kind of got in his head to the point now he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think that I think now I think I mean, he doesn't care about anyone, but I do believe and feel that he does care about this kid. I think that if anything happened to Vic, he would go out and get rid of everyone that was involved. So I do see or feel that their relationship has become closer. Like, he does care if Vic leaves. He doesn't want Vic to leave. He wants Vic to stay and work with him. So I feel like Oz needs him more than ever.
right, I think so
You
too.
know,
And right, and not only that, but nobody gets to see Oz's vulnerable side than
right?
Vic. Vic
Yeah.
gets to see the person he is behind the curtains,
Yes.
and
Yes.
nobody gets to see that but him. And
Right.
that's also a good thing in a sense, because now maybe he can make a deal with Sophia, and he
Right.
can go on ahead and say, "Hey, look, da 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 da," and rat
Right.
Oz out. But I don't see him ratting him out.
I don't either. I really don't. Yeah, I don't see that happening. It would be a shocker if he does, just to save his own life. But I don't see that happening. I would be shocked if he, to save his life, that he says, and or that he takes Sophia to Oz. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. So let's go with some predictions as
Okay.
far as what we think. Do you have any predictions for next week's episode that you think that might happen?
Yeah, I believe that Sophia's going to get rid of Oz's mom. And I
I think
believe that she's going to force Vic to take her to Oz.
that's not a bad idea as well, because if you go on ahead and you get the mother to go down to where the sewers are, that's
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
already have leverage on the mother. You
Yes.
also know where they're keeping your bliss at.
Yes. Yeah.
You already, but the thing is, Oz is probably going to also be 10 steps ahead. You
Right.
might have all the gang members already in that tunnel waiting on her.
Could be. Could be.
So I think by episode 8, this is
Yeah.
just my prediction for episode 8, but I'll do a part 7 though too. But I'm thinking that there's going to be a huge mob war at the end of episode 8, where it's
Absolutely.
showdown, guns blazing, with all the
Absolutely.
gangs united with Oz.
Right.
And it's going to be it's going to be a standoff. It's going to be a
I
standoff
I
against everybody.
absolutely, yes, it's yeah, I do believe that. I agree with you. Do you think that at some point Sophia will die? That she will be killed? Or do you think that she will be spared?
I don't think she's going to be spared. I think
Yeah.
this is the knife in the coffin, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Once
because
she
there's
gets rid of the mom.
Because here's the thing. There's 2 ways that you can go about it if you're going to do business with Oz. It's like, well, since this is my product, I want half of it, and you're
Yeah.
going to have to give me a percentage on top of it. But look
Right.
at this. This is also going back to what I said about paying off the other family
Yeah.
too. You would also have to pay Salvatore too.
Yeah.
So let's
Yep.
say,
Oh my gosh.
so let's say that you make about $128,000 or $500,000.
Right.
Guess what? You have to split that between Salvatore, her, and then your men, and then also yourself. By then,
Right.
you're not even making a profit at all.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
So therefore, Oz is going to have to kill off Sophia. That's my prediction. He's going to kill off Sophia. I think the mother is going to end up dying in this next
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Because I don't know about you. Remember that one episode where we see Vic coming into the house, into the apartment, and then you see a water boiling, and then you see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I actually thought that her head was gonna be in pot. This sounds because my
No,
mind
that's
went there.
yeah, it's not far fetched. That's not
Right.
especially after you deal with Sophia and the family. Yeah, I thought they found her. I thought,
too.
oh my God, they found the mom.
Right.
You know, and they're gonna leave a message for Oswald.
Right, and that would be a message on a
And
silver
that would be a
platter.
message. So that's not far fetched at all.
No.
Again, Colin Farrell, oh my gosh. How amazing is he?
I'm gonna tell you
How
this.
amazing is he?
Colin has been one of my favorite actors.
Right.
I loved him in everything he does.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this role, there's nothing left of Colin.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you can't, like I said, you can't even the voice alone.
He's
The
got like a
voice
New York
alone. It's like
type.
there is an actor like this. This is a totally different actor. The makeup is amazing. Okay, the costume is amazing, but him with the voice, you do not see or hear Colin at all, and I'm just, I love that. I mean, because it's so believable. You know what I mean? It is just so believable, and it's like there's no way someone else is playing him. Come on, it's
Right.
so good.
I actually showed Brandy a picture of Colin, right?
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
But
She goes,
I
"Is
had
this
to go
him?"
back and
I was
look.
like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
She's like, wow, that's a major transformation.
exactly.
And I love it. It's like a mix of New York, a little bit of
Yes.
Jersey. It's a mix of
Yes.
both. And even the actress that's playing Sophia is also playing off the
Oh,
New York thing too,
let
with
me
that
tell
accent
you,
that she does.
this woman as an actress, I love her. She reminds me of Shelley Duvall in The Shining.
Hmm.
Okay, because you could see just that total look of her. She can possibly play anything, but when she comes out in that gown, when she gets rid of everyone in the house, and she comes out and the makeup is just perfect, and she's just so cold-blooded. And I mean, I'm sitting there just clapping at the end of the scene, like, because I thought she was going to take the little girl back to Italy with her. Like, why are you sleeping out in the garden with the little girl? What is she going to do? Never in my wildest dreams did I see her doing that.
Exactly.
It was brilliant. It was
You know
brilliant.
what? I posted on the Facebook page, right? I'm like, I can fix her because I'm just so in love with Sophia. I'm like,
I
I'm
am
just like,
too. I love her so much. I just really love that character.
I do too. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
can fix her. She's just but no, I really love this show. Hands
Yeah.
down, one of the best shows that I've seen aside
Yes.
from House of the Dragon season 2. This
Right.
is my favorite show right now, aside from
Yes.
Cobra Kai as well. That's going to be coming out. But uh but I'm just geeked out over this. The
I
performances are
am
fantastic.
right.
The directing is great. And I know that you watched the Batman before going into this.
Oh, of course. And I'm happy that you said make sure you watch that, because you have to watch the Batman before you even get into this, so you can understand why the city is the way it is. It refers back to everything that happened in the Batman with the politicians. You are so right about that. And then, and sorry, obviously seeing Oz in the Batman and what he was already doing with the club and everything. So when you watch this, it all makes sense. It all comes together. So I definitely recommend people to go back and watch the Batman and then start watching this series. It is one of the best series of the year, I have to say, by far. I'm enjoying this. Clint and I, Sunday nights, that's our thing. We make our dinner and we sit on the couch and we turn it on and we can't wait to watch. So, you know, um, great job. Great job.
Yep. And the thing I think that is hard to do for a TV series is to match what they did with a movie production, right?
Absolutely.
This feels like a 7.5 hour movie that's
Yes.
made for the small screen, and it's
Yes.
cinematic to the point where
Very.
they have the same tones, same
Yeah.
direction than the Matt
Yes.
Reeves Batman movie. And yes,
Yes.
I think Matt Reeves is also part of the production of this as a producer.
Yeah.
But just overall, the tone is good. The way the Gotham looks is great. I
Right.
love this world.
Oh,
This give
yeah.
me
Oh,
more.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Very depressing world, just like the movie. And then when you see Crown Point and what happened with the flooding, that the I forget his name, and in the movie, and how it wiped out half of that part of the city. It's awesome to see it in the series, because you still see the
Right.
damage, you still see everything that happened in the movie. So yeah, it's just great. It's
It
absolutely great.
is.
I don't think there's one bad thing that I have to say about this film,
No.
other than I
And
wish there were more episodes.
me too.
and
Other
I, and I
than
hope that
8.
there's
Yeah.
a third season.
And Colin even said it. He said, "I'm done. I'm not playing the Penguin again because the amount of makeup and everything that they have to
I
do."
bet.
I told Tamika, I said this to her. I said, "I guarantee you, if you pull up a dump truck full of money, he'll go on ahead and put on the makeup. He'll put on the prosthetics."
Right.
But
Right.
um, but yeah, this is so good, and I love it. I tune in every night for this. This is what
Right.
I've been wanting as far as series goes. But I just want to add one little last thing.
Okay.
Batman lost in the Batman. If you think
Yes.
about it, he didn't get to all the
Okay.
bombs on time. He lost. Vic lost his family.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Yes.
So yeah, Batman
Yeah.
lost.
Yes. Yeah. Because normally Batman, he saves everyone. It's a good ending. But yeah, you're very true. I could see it like that. He did lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's like a
Absolutely.
year one Batman, so he doesn't really fully understand everything that he's doing right now.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, I think that's everything that we had wanted to cover as
Yeah.
far as the Penguin goes. But guys, if you guys are watching right now, comment in the comment section so that way we can be geeked out with you guys and we can
Yes.
take your guys' questions. Or if you have speculations or fan theories or anything like that, email us at movieloversunite@gmail.com. Go on Spotify, comment on our Penguin stuff over there on Spotify, because now we can actually comment back and forth to you guys on Spotify, which is great.
Yes.
Um, but yes, we want that interaction with you guys. Even after the
Yes.
show, comment. and everything too. And give us a 5-star
Absolutely.
review. Tell us what you guys think of the show or any of the other stuff that we have over here at Movie Lovers Unite. Also, too, Rossie, I know you have your gaming thing coming up in a few minutes.
Yes.
Go on and talk about that.
Yeah, so you guys join me on here on Movie Lovers Unite. I'm going to be joined by Trust and Multiverse of Geekdom, Jedi Master Tuck, Padawan Frito, my crew. We're going to be talking about our top, the top scariest games that we played. So tune in. We're going to be live at 7:30 right here on Movie Lovers Unite. So come join us. Let us know what scary games that you've played, past and present.
Okay, and that's at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? Okay. Gotcha.
Absolutely. Yes, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Sorry, guys. Yes.
No, it's okay. It's cool.
And catch me on Rossie's Clubhouse. Please catch me on Rossie's Clubhouse.
Yes.
Awesome interviews that I've done. Please.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You've done some great interviews, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Guys, if you want to go into the comments, not the comments, but the description of the video, it'll send you over to the audio as well for Rossie's Clubhouse. And, just go ahead and show Rossie some love. She's been doing a lot of great work over there. I love it. I get geeked out every guest that she has on there. It's always great. She puts in 110% work and stuff like that. Rossie does a fantastic job at what she does.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Thank you. And shout out to our unfiltered family.
Yes. Sleepy G. You also have Hypno Wellness. Get your Hypno on. Get Piddles of Support. You also have the Stupid History Minute with Kib. The list just goes on.
Check us out. Check us out.
Check them out. Just go ahead and check them out. Yes. But Friday night, I will be doing a show for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Coming up, and I'll have another guest with me for that. We're going to be talking nostalgia and then stripping away the nostalgia, doing best out of 10. Also, follow us on Letterboxd. I'm going to have that in the description and where you guys can reach out to me on Letterboxd. I just dropped my Trap review. So go on and check that out, see what I thought about that. I also have that on Instagram as well, so you guys can check that out. So smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Go visit Rossie's Clubhouse right now. Please. Go visit us at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with Dawn Tucker, with Jason, with Trust, all those people that we network with. Go on and check them out. And always until next time, guys, have a great and safe night. And thank you again, Rossie. This is always
Happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Okay. That's as worse as I'm going to get. All right, guys. Just like that, we'll have zero viewers. Okay, perfect. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.